everyone, it's Laura and I hope you're all doing well. So for those of y'all who are new to my channel, I'm a registered dietitian and I'm all about plant-based nutrition. So for those of y'all who are not new to my channel, welcome back. It's so good to see y'all. So today I thought I would get a little bit personal and talk about my experience with the Diva cup. I got the Diva cup. There's quite a few different menstrual cups out there and they're about $20–25. I initially got this, but in order for me to start using it regularly, it took me having a raw and honest conversation with one of my best friends who's been using it for quite some time. And so she gave me quite a few tips and tricks on how to use it. And they're tips and tricks that you're not going to get in the instructions. And even I listened and watched quite a few YouTube videos before purchasing this, and I didn't hear any of those tips in those videos either. So if you're up for a raw conversation about menstrual cups, then keep watching. So why did I decide to buy one of these? A large reason is the environment. So tampons, pads, panty liners, and things like that, not good for the environment. This little guy, it's a one-time cost. You spend $25 and it lasts for forever. Maybe not forever, but you know. Another reason is I can keep this in a lot longer than I could keep in a tampon. Also, this doesn't leak like a tampon sometimes does. And so if you're having a really heavy cycle and your tampons are leaking, that just, to me, I hate that whole process. And so this clears all that up. So when inserting it, my #1 recommendation is to be relaxed. Because the first time I put this in, I was extremely tense. I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't comfortable doing it. And so as a result, it didn't turn out well. But as soon as I talked to my friend, she told me exactly what to do. Then I was a lot more relaxed and calm, and it went perfectly. So how to insert this little guy. So the #1 thing my friend taught me, which is what I've been doing, is I take it in and out in the shower. So when I'm on my period, I naturally shower more frequently than I do when I'm not. I sometimes shower morning and night just to freshen everything up. And so I take this in and out in the shower. Even there have been times where I've gone 24 hours wearing this and it didn't leak and all was good. Because this looks really tiny, but whenever you actually see how much you bleed, it's not as much as you think. So what I do to insert it, some people, and I think the instructions recommend you do this, so you do it in kind of like a C formation. What I've found works for me is to still do that type method, but to push this thing down further to where this opening is a lot smaller. So for me, it's easier to go in. So what I do is I squat down in the shower and I insert it that way. I'm pretty sure my friend just puts a leg up on the side of the tub, but I just squat down. That's what works for me. And then what happens is once I insert it up, so what they say in the instructions is that it just like naturally pops open. So that's not the case for me all the time. And I don't know if it's because I'm more petite or what, but what I'll end up doing is I'll let it go and it may like still not be suctioned. And so what I'll do is I'll hold it still in there and I'll bear down, which that movement of pushing it down will open it up to me and cause it to suction, if that makes sense. So when I first put it in, this part I can feel. It's not like outside of me, but if you put your finger up to it, I can feel it. By the time it's been 16, 18, 24 hours, however long I leave it in, then this is further up. So when you reach in to get it out, if you can't feel it right away, then don't panic. It's in there. It's just may take a second to find it. So taking it out, like I said, I take it out in the shower. And what I do is typically this little guy is further up. And so I'll bear down again or clench down. and it'll move it down, and then I'll grab a little bit more and then bear down again, and it comes down a little bit more. And I do that until I get to the point where I can squeeze it. And what that does is that releases the suction from your cervix, and then I'm able to pull it out. And then what I do, my toilet is actually right beside my shower, and so I then just dump it in the toilet, and I clean myself, and I clean this with, I have a Dr. Bronner's, the unscented soap, and so I just keep that in my shower, and I clean it, and then I reinsert it. So I hope this video helped y'all out. If you're someone who you're interested in trying a menstrual cup, then I strongly encourage you to do so. If you're someone who you've already bought it and you maybe tried it once or twice, I encourage you to give it another shot, because I bought mine, tried it, and then put it away for a little bit. And then once I talked to my friend, I gave it another shot, and I'm really, really glad I did. But if you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave them below. I know it's kind of an awkward conversation, but I'll be honest with y'all about what works for me. Everyone's different. I am pretty, like I said, I'm a pretty petite person, and so I had to figure out ways to put this in and take it out. And anyways, I've been through the gamut. So if y'all have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. And I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. So the high school age, so ages like 14 to 18-ish, you're becoming more independent, you're becoming more like an adult. However, you are still growing. So it is important to make sure to get specific types of nutrients to help with your growth, particularly if you are extremely active.